Good afternoon and welcome inside the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center. Another Saturday afternoon here in Brantford. The Brantford Titans on home ice against the Caledon Bombers. Take a look at our starting goaltenders for this one. For the hometown Titans, James Gall back between the pipes for game number 26 on the season. He is 9-13-2-0, 377 goals against average, 901 save percentage with a couple of donuts. On the other side, it's Nolan Nickel, the Barrie native, playing game number 20 for the Bombers. He is 3-14-0-0, 539 goals against average, 880 save percentage, and he's got one shutout this season. Your referees, Dan Moore and Dan Kovacic. On the lines, it's Soren Zamuner and Matt Wolf. As both teams look to get back in the win column, Titans have dropped their last 5. Bombers have dropped their last 4. And funny enough, both of these teams' previous victories coming against the Caledonia Corvairs. As it's pushed ahead by Chamberlain up that left side. He looks to the front, to the circle, and that is sent high by McCutcheon. Titans rocking the golds here on home ice. Caledon in their road whites. McCutcheon around the wall. Grabbing it is Clark through the middle. Scriven was there, knocked away from him, and now past Christie. He's got to race into his own zone to get the puck. Plotchik got it away from Scriven. Lee went to the ice. There's a deflection off the point shot, and that will ricochet to the near corner. Titans look to escape the zone, and they will. Second attempt. It's McCutcheon getting to the red line. Pope. Puck now in behind that Titans net. And it's Takis with a little bit of real estate up the ice. Got around Pope. Backhanded one in deep. Robinopoulos with a little bit of trouble getting it out, but got support. Pope trying to get it free from Takis. Couldn't do it. Pope leading the way in most offensive categories for the Bombers. 17 goals, 15 assists for 32 points this season, all leading the Caledon Bombers as Wicklander gets drilled into the boards along the far wall. Stipp in there also. Puck rimmed around the boards. Moving in is Clark Dunford, and he'll get the puck deep in the offensive zone. Dunford around the net, and that's off a skate, as getting tied up in front was Caden Wicklander. Pope gains the red line, sends it in after an extended shift for number 71 in white. Buckman now with all kinds of speed. Got past one, couldn't get past a second. Lisi off the boards. Dunford there. It's now Christie. Up ahead to Wicklander. Has Dunford right there. Wicklander will lose the puck in the circle. It's Chakouti now. Poked away by Buckman. Chakouti looking for possession again. It will slide towards the net and now wide. And out in front they score. It's the Bombers getting on the board first. 2 minutes and 59 seconds into the game, and it's 1-0 for the visitors. Thomas Chakouti grabs goal number 3 on the season. Now give him 10 points as he has his team out in front. And fairly quick turnaround as well for Caledon after playing at home last night. Those 8 o'clock starts in Caledon, they hosted well and fell 6-4. Sam Woods, Bryce Teesey grabbed the assists on the game's first goal. As we are going to get our first power play upcoming also, Caledon will touch up. And the Brantford Titans will head to the power play. Dan Moore will grab Whitaker Hart for boarding. So a quick opportunity to try and even up the score. 9th best power play in the Eastern Conference for the Brantford Titans, 15.1%. On the other side, the penalty kill for Caledon is last in the Eastern Conference at 69%. Linesman directing traffic. Scriven on that draw. Bouncing puck. Clark's got it along the near wall. Sends it back to Takis. Takis comes to Clark. Right circle. Down low. Quickly in front. Intercepted. Puck is loose in the far circle. Clark with possession up top. Here's Mason Takis now as he'll switch with Watt. Watt will go skate to stick. Pass off a stick, pass Stippen. Clark on the far side. Stippen there. He'll send it up top to Takis. Takis near side to Watt. Watt to the net, and that is grabbed and hung on to by Nickel. Buckman off the draw, near side. This is Gauthier. Gives it right back to Buckman. Side of the cage, and the Bombers will clear for the first time on the PK. Pass over Buckman's stick, so he'll have to go back into his own zone and collect the puck. It's actually Kim LeMay grabbing it. Quentin Kim LeMay up that left side, leads the team in power play assists and assists in general. This is McCutcheon. Sends it up top to Buckman. 25 seconds left in the power play. There's a one-timer, and it's kicked aside by Nickel. Gauthier works his way up top. Tries to curl it around one man. Leaves it for McCutcheon. McCutcheon back to Gauthier. From that right circle, all the way across, and that shot's over top of the net. And it wraps all the way around and down to the Titans zone, and that will do it for the power play. Bombers, a successful kill. And they continue to lead 1-0. McCutcheon will dump it to the near corner. No Caleb Frank today for the Titans. Out with an illness. Stopped at his own blue line was Christian Glowacki. McCutcheon in on the left side. Tries a shot. That's stopped. Another opportunity by Chamberlain, and that ricochets wide. This is Pope sending it to the near side. Lead went down. That'll go around the boards and out to the neutral zone. Just over 6 minutes in. 1-0 Bombers on the goal by Cicciotti. Puck just onside. Cicciotti stepped in to try to keep it alive. Chamberlain now right in front of the blue paint. Was pressured. Puck comes to Pope. Threw it to the middle. Nobody in white was home, and now the Titans move up the ice with Clark. Pad save there off the shot. Rebound to the corner, and now sent in behind to Owen. Owen out in front, and that pass got blocked. Had a man there, and it would have been a wide open cage if it got through. Wicklander knocked down, lost the handle of the puck as well. Capel goes to the line. Wicklander again avoids the official. Now to the circle, to the middle. Nice job, one-handed pass to Watt. And his shot is all the way through to Nickel, and he'll hang on in the butterfly. Last win for the Titans was on December 13th, so it's been just a little over a month. That was a 3-2 win in Caledonia. Of course, Christmas break is thrown in there, so realistically, in terms of length of time, it's actually way less than a month because of the amount of games. Here's a try from the right side by Scriven. That one steered away, and now sent past Clark out to the neutral zone. As for Caledon, also winning in Caledonia for their last victory. That was on December 20th, a 5-3 win for the Bombers. Stippen gets around one man and then goes down. In below his own goal line was Rushmore. Puck got past Christie, and here come the Bombers. It's TC. Pass to the middle, blocked by Buckman. Christie back the other way. Gavin Christie to the middle, and the Titans are offside as Gavin Christie made one too many moves trying to enter the zone. 7 shots so far for the Titans in 7 minutes and 55 seconds here in the first period. 2 for the Bombers, and 1 has beaten James Gall. Pope wins that face-off cleanly in the neutral zone. It's whacked towards the net. Nickel will play it around the boards. Inzers threw it to the front, and a penalty upcoming to Caledon. Titans going back to the power play. As you get a look at Louis Inzers in his first game as a Brantford Titan against his former team. Bedevat Light will sit for 2 minutes or less. Inzers in 25 games this season with Caledon, 5 goals and 8 assists for 13 points. 4 of those 5 goals coming on the power play. Option for the Titans coaching staff if they'd like to have him out there on the man advantage. But here on the back end, it's Christie along with Buckman, and Christie's got the puck. David Buckman tried to go back to Christie, but that's off a stick out to the neutral zone. Titans 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Face off one cleanly. Buckman with a nice sauce across to Christie. To Gauthier, back to Christie. Titans enter the zone successfully. Dunford along with Gauthier in the corner. It's Gauthier with the puck. Below the goal line, Quinton Kim LeMay. In that right circle, throws it to the far side, and that's sent all the way through. Kim LeMay up top. Buckman. Kim LeMay. Fans on the one-timer, but it went right to Gavin Christie. David Buckman will fire, and that ricochets to the corner. Buckman keeps it alive inside the line. Pass across. Christie was stopped from that left circle, and the Bombers get it clear, and they'll change up the penalty killers. 25 seconds away from the midway mark of the first. 1-0 Bombers. 30 seconds left in the Titans' power play as Christie tried to chip it in, but that catches the netting in behind the cage, so play is halted. 10:17 to go in the first. As always on a Saturday afternoon around the GOHL, we are the only game in progress with a number of contests coming up starting at 7:30, or 7 o'clock tonight, I should say. Geographic rivalry game in Cambridge tonight. The Air Centennials and Cambridge Redhawks will go at it at Galt Arena Gardens. Bombers will send it out to the neutral zone. Glowacki had a little bit of trouble with it as Tissey was all over him. Chatham will visit Elmira. That's also at 7. And then Hamilton will visit Fort Erie for a 7 o'clock start. Nickel plays it at the side of his cage. Clark tries to shoot quickly. Fanned on it, though. Chamberlain kept it alive at the line with help from Inzers. Chamberlain, top of the slot. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5. Inzer's kept it alive at the half wall, rimmed it all the way around. McCutcheon recovers the puck and then got hit into the boards. Glowacki moved in. He'll chase it to the near side as the Bombers will chip it out to the neutral zone. McCutcheon leaves it for Clark. And he is stopped by Nickel as Chamberlain is taken into the net, and he ties up his man as him and Thomas Cicciotti both go to the ice. One game at 7:15 tonight in the GOHL. LaSalle will visit Kamoka. And then a pair of games getting underway at 7:30. Port Colborne is in Caledonia, and St. Mary's will visit Strathroy. 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go. First period, Titans and Bombers with the visitors on top by 1. Wicklander leaning in for this face-off. Off the wall, it was past Owen, and the Bombers will move it ahead. Carvalho couldn't get around Watt. Hildebrandt send it to the far corner. Capel couldn't corral the puck. Sent down by Wilton. Call plays it for Watt. Watt ahead to Owen. Owen has a man up ice in Capel, but the pass was behind number 19 in gold. Up into the air as he battles with Hildebrandt. Wilton down low for Caledon also. To the line, Watt across for Takis. Top of the circle. Knocked away by the goaltender. Watt another try, and Owen looking to get a stick on it. That got jammed up at the side of the net. Wicklander across for Takis. Near side, Watt. He'll fire, and getting a piece was Nickel, and then he didn't know where the rebound was as he tries to push the traffic out of the crease. Watt fires, that gets blocked. He'll get the puck back, quickly move to Takis. And now Watt comes for a change. Caledon has numbers if they hurry, but the pass didn't connect as it went right to Mason Takis. Wicklander's all alone. He got hit. Buckman fresh onto the ice. Pass was fanned on. Stippen got tied up. Pope had that shot blocked off a stick. Pope, the lone man in deep, sends it out front to Lee, and Gall sliding to make the save to keep it 1-0. Shots now 11-3 in favor of Brantford. And they've controlled most of the play here in the opening period, despite trailing by a goal. Gall having to be sharp immediately off that face-off. Left it for Christie. Stippen's pass to Clark got intercepted. In front of the Bombers bench, Scriven hit Brennan into the boards. Buckman had Christie in the middle off of his stick. Gets it back from Stippen and then sent back down the ice. Puck is on edge. Gall out to play it. Moves it up the left wing side. Pelagic got a piece. Here's Pope now. Pope around Buckman. Leaves the puck to the corner. Bombers tried to get it back to Pope, but that was taken away. Scriven ahead. Stippen now to the middle for Clark, taken away from him, and here comes Pope the other way as Lee set a pick on Christie. Here's Pope, in on goal, and he scores. Michael Pope. .33 points, and the Bombers lead by a pair. Give a little bit of the credit to Lee in the middle of the ice as he was just in the way of Christie. Again, it's an intentional pick right in the middle, and Christie unable to get to Pope in the middle. He was all away. He was all alone in the offensive zone and beat James Gall to make it 2-0. Inzers Forced that wide. Glowacki from the line, got deflected, and it was stopped, and the rebound poked wide by Kim LeMay. Puck up in the air. In the neutral zone, just away from Clark Dunford. Sent past Glowacki, and Gall is out to stop it in behind his own cage. Inzers back to Glowacki. Gauthier will move up the ice. Just under 6 minutes to play. 2-0 Caledon. Kim LeMay with help. And now his shot blockered away. Nickel's been busy, and he's been sharp early on. Gauthier from the circle, and play gets halted. 5:29 to go. Pope from Brennan and Grobinopoulos. Chamberlain got tied up on the draw. McCutcheon sent it to the line, but it was intercepted and cleared. Watt to Chamberlain in the middle. That went off of Clark's stick. Chamberlain on the right side. Backhander all the way across and just out of the reach of McCutcheon. At the line, Takis forced to his backhand, then has to kick it back to his stick, just onside. Watt got a shot off, looked for a deflection, and then it rolled by the near side of the net. Titans are all over it, but they can't bury one just yet. At the line, Takis backhands one off the wall to Chamberlain. Leaves it for Clark, sent all the way around the boards. Watt thought about moving in, decides to stay at the blue line. Clark knocks his man into the boards. Backhanded right to Chamberlain. Sharp angle try off the side of the cage. Rebound to McCutcheon. To the line, Takis. To McCutcheon in the left circle. Wanted to shoot, didn't. Still with the puck in the corner now. Looks out front. Sends it to Chamberlain, and he gets a shot off. It's through the blue paint, and near side, it's whacked home. All kinds of chaos around the Bombers' net results in a Titans goal. It's Tyler Clark with his 4th of the year to cut into the lead. It's 2-1. Just felt like it was a matter of time for the Titans to get one past Nickel, and they finally do so with 4 minutes and change to go in the first. Wicklander to Capel. He got stopped at the line. Puck went right back to Wicklander. Knocked to the wall. Capel came in to help. Christie now. His shot is kicked out. Rebound. They score. The Titans get 2 quick ones. And just like that, we're even at 2 with 3:54 left in the opening frame. Joey Capel with his 9th of the season. A very fortunate rebound for the Titans as it came out off the pad of Nickel, and there was nothing he could do at that point. Play will get stopped as we have an injured Bomber in the near corner to our right. And I believe that's Thomas Cicciotti that's down on the ice, the man that opened the scoring in this hockey game. Tyler Clark with his 4th of the year, first as a Titan. McCutcheon and Chamberlain assisting at 15:47, got it to 2-1. Capel, the most recent goal scorer, to get us tied 2-2. As it looks like Cicciotti up and moving on his own. That's good to see. Titans athletic therapist Samantha Buck out to check on him. Capel's 9th from Christian Wicklander at 16:06, so that is 19 seconds apart. The Titans get the game even. Christie to Buckman. Deflected, and it was stopped, and the rebound is sent high up into the netting. Titans looking for their 3rd unanswered in the last few moments here in this first period. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Ryan Chamberlain leans in. Puck sits on the dot, and it's taken in behind by Hildebrandt. Titans now up to 20 shots in this first period to just 5 for the Bombers. Puck will go off the wall and out to the neutral zone. Buckman was the first one there, and he'll just send it back to the red line. Christie up that left wing side, got stopped by Grobinopoulos. Gauthier moves down low from the circle. Puck now up into the air, knocked down by Quinton Kim LeMay. Stood up his man, left the puck for Gauthier. Gauthier around 1, gets around a second and then gets knocked down. Might have got caught up high, but thankfully with the cage on, he'll be all right. Gauthier, sharp angle shot was stopped, and the rebound will be cleared with 1:10 to go in period number 1. Watt ties up his man. Stippen now on the left side. Will drop it just inside the zone to Clark. Clark to the net, and he scores! So after the Bombers went ahead 2-0, the Titans have scored the last 3. It's Connor Clark putting the Titans ahead with 40 seconds to go. Off of Lee, stick it in the neutral zone. Owen at the red line. With help from Wicklander. Knocked away right to Capel. Owen in the near corner. Gets it away from Hildebrandt. Wicklander in that far corner. Takes a couple of bumps. Kicks it to the point. Dump down low. It'll go off the back of the cage. With less than 10 seconds to go, Bombers look for the equalizer late. Here's Lee. Across the line, drops it from the circle. Plachik, and Lee got the pass back and fired it through the blue paint. So Connor Clark's first as a Titan gets them ahead after they fell behind 2-0. It's 3-2 Brantford after one period of play here at the Gretzky Center. We'll step aside to be back for period 2 after this. Back inside the Gretzky Center for the second period between the Titans and Bombers. Reese Dumaney here. Glad to have you along with us here on a Saturday afternoon as the Bombers head to their first power play of this game. They scored the first two and have surrendered the last three. Cicutti and Pope before Clark, Capel, and Clark. That's Tyler Clark scoring the first one, Connor Clark scoring the second one to get the Titans ahead by one after 20. It was 22-5. The shots on goal after one period of play as Pope stops in the near corner. It's sent all the way around. Cicutti moves in. Again, nice to see him on the ice. He took a very hard check towards the end of the first period and was down for a few seconds as play is halted. And the faceoff will be outside. Clark Dunford in the box for tripping. Power play for Caledon is 10th in the Eastern Conference at 11.9%. The penalty kill for the Titans is 9th best in the Eastern Conference with the percentage sitting at 76.3 as they'll win this face-off, and Watt will go behind his own cage, avoid a forechecker, and send it off the glass inside the Caledon bench as backup goaltender Connor Sampson having to move out of the way. Luckily, he's got the cage on. Everyone seems to be all right. Sampson, Cicutti having a laugh on the Caledon bench. Cicutti didn't move. Sampson bailed hard. I'm sure that'll be a fine in the room for Sampson. Watt grabs the puck, and this time it will stay in play and go down the length of the ice. Bombers offside at the Titans line. 48 seconds to go in the Dunford minor. Play just under a minute and a half in this second period. Titans entered play today 13-17 and 3. The Bombers 4-31-0 and 0. And the Bombers will win the face-off. This is Pope. Has to avoid Clark. Number 18 in gold still gave him a bump. Off of Cicutti. Clark did a nice job sticking with the puck, helping it get out to the neutral zone. Pope now goes down. Still able to make the play across and now get the puck back. Pope's pass got deflected. Cicutti only one there, so he's got a bit of time, and he'll retreat back behind Nickel. Leaves it for Pope. Pope has to stop. Wanted to end some. He did get a piece of it, but not all of it. Kept alive inside the Titan zone momentarily, though, as Scriven now skates ahead. 3 seconds left in the Dunford minor as Scriven lost an edge. Look to the official. Didn't get the call, so we continue. Back to 5-on-5. 2 minutes, 40 seconds into the second period. 3-2 Titans on top. Romanopoulos will fire. No traffic, so that's an easy save for James Gall. Titans a perfect 5-0 against Caledon last season. This is only meeting number 2 this year between the Titans and Bombers. The first contest back on November 21st in Caledon was a 6-0 victory for the Titans. That puck went off a glove down to the Bombers zone. Pushed ahead out of the reach of Christie. They're going to wave off icing. Buckman will backhand one to Christie. He just threw it to the middle. Nobody home. Volpe got a pretty decent look, but decided to just quickly turn and fire, and it was knocked away. That was just out of the reach of Quentin Kim LeMay. Reversed back the other way, and here comes Grobinopoulos. Christie to McCutcheon. Off the boards and down. Nickel out to stop it. He'll backhand one to the near side to Woods. Woods to the neutral zone for Buckman. McCutcheon at the red line will dump it in. Well, try to anyways and hit the linesman. Gauthier to the middle for Kim LeMay, and he didn't see the defender there, and Luckily for him, it wasn't as hard of a bump as it could have been. Buckman with all kinds of speed through the middle. David Buckman leaves it for Kim LeMay. Quentin Kim LeMay moves to the circle, threw it out in front, and that shot is deflected into the netting and out of play as McCutcheon looked to find the back of the cage. Chamberlain out there for the face-off. Clark moved in to try and help out. He just whacked it towards the net. That'll get deflected. And with the fresh-ish ice, Inzers is the first one back, and it's icing charged to Caledon. 9 seconds away from the 4-minute mark of the second period. 5 combined goals in the opening frame between the Titans and Bombers. Off of the icing, the Titans elect for the face-off in the left wing circle. Having a little bit of trouble with it was Rushmore as he got pressured below the goal line. Hildebrandt got checked from behind. Stolen by Chamberlain. He'll move to the middle. He'll fire one and score. A great individual effort from Ryan Chamberlain. He extends the lead. It's now 4-2 Titans. The future Brantford Bulldog grabs his 4th of the season. And gives the Titans a little bit of insurance here in the early stages of this second period. It'll be an unassisted goal for Chamberlain as he fired one to the top portion of the net. Quickly back the other way, it's Watt firing, and he just missed. Capel will send it around the boards. Tack is having to move in as the puck got slowed as it was rimmed around. Off a skate, it did escape the zone. Watt couldn't keep it alive, so it's sent deep. And the Bombers will look to break out. Plachik off the wall for Pope. Here's Pope cutting to the middle. To the left circle, and he missed. Tried to go against the grain on Gall, and he fired it wide. Own. Back behind for Watt. Puck was taken away. Pope fires off the toe of Gall, and Takis collects the rebound. Takis has to come all the way to this side of the ice, and he did not get to the red line, so it is icing against the Titans, and the officials quickly grab anybody in goal trying to change. And some fired it high. Nickel with a nice save there on that shot. Buckman now moves in. He's in the slot and he scores! What a goal from the 16-year-old to move in from the blue line, show off the hands and fire it to the back of the net. It's now 5-2 Titans. Buckman collects his 4th of the season. He's got 9 points now on the year as well. 3-goal advantage for the Titans, just under 4 minutes away from the midway mark of regulation. Pass too far ahead of Gauthier, but he'll get the puck back in the neutral zone, enter the Bombers' end. Tries to get around Hildebrandt, did so, and he tried to stuff it home far side. Ended up missing the cage by about an inch. Buckman to Kim LeMay, back to Buckman, and that was deflected away from number 15 in gold. Buckman from Christie and Connor Clark. Christie at the line has Buckman. Back to Christie. Christie, he'll now move to the middle, and he lost it as he just had one more man to beat, and he couldn't get past him. McCutcheon looked for Kim LeMay. It goes to Buckman, and he is stopped by Nickel. Buckman up top again to Christie. Gavin Christie moves in, right circle, and that is stopped, and it goes out of play. Titans in control, 12:47 to go in the second. They've scored 5 unanswered, going back to the 15:47 mark of the first period. Wicklander and Clark getting credit for assists on Chamberlain's goal. Christie and Connor Clark help out on Buckman's fourth. Wicklander up top, quick shot deflected and stopped by Nickel. Rebound taken by the defense and sent to the neutral zone. Dropped by Inzers. Wicklander goes around, stops, tries to stuff it home at the far side of the cage, and it's Nickel keeping it out as we've got a little bit of a scrum carrying to the end boards. We'll see if any penalties come of it. Looks like we might get one. We will not. Okay, looked like there was a Bomber being escorted over. But no penalties will come of this, so we continue 5-on-5. 11:59 to go in the second. Quinton Kim LeMay out for the faceoff. He'll win it. Gauthier. Up top to Inzers. Inzers fires, save is made, and the rebound is covered by the goaltender Nickel as Inzers looks to get his first. And a Brantford Titans sweater. (31-6). Titans out shooting the Bombers. 9-1 here in period 2. Sending it off the wall was Brennan. Puck will go down into the Titans zone, and that is icing as Buckman beat Whitaker Hart to the puck. So we'll do it again in the Bombers zone. Face-off will be to the glove side of Nolan Nickel. Titans control the draw. Gauthier from the slot. Tried to go short side and missed. Rebound, and he tried to bank it off the goaltender, and it went wide. Christie. Good puck retrieval. Kim LeMay. Had that blocked by Grobinopoulos. Kim LeMay quickly took it back. Off the wall, McCutcheon. Here's Buckman near side. 2-on-1 developing with Gauthier, and the pass just behind Mateo Gauthier from Buckman as he had to avoid the lone defender. And some. Was stopped by Buckman. McCutcheon will get by Hildebrandt. A nice job by Carter Hildebrandt to stick with Ty McCutcheon. He'll go off the wall to Christie. Pass got blocked, and he'll have to grab it outside the Bombers zone, so the Titans will tag up. McCutcheon's pass was off a stick, stuck with it, got it to Quinton Kim LeMay. Here's Alan Watt. Over the line to Gauthier. Gauthier got tied up by Hildebrandt. Christie follows up, and the puck stays out. A very emphatic no-goal call by the official, and it remains 5-2, a dozen seconds away from the midway mark of the second. Hildebrandt dumps it in. It'll be wide on the glove side of James Gall. Off the wall to the captain, Stippen. He got away from Woods. Clark now gives it to Ryan Scriven. Scriven over the line on his backhand on the right side. Threw it to the middle, taken away. Alan Watt moves in, and now he'll get the puck back at the right point. Takis. Fanned on the pass, still got the job done to Stippen. Now Scriven. Bouncing puck will roll all the way around. Chip towards the Titans bench. Takis to Watt. Through the middle. Here's Ryan Scriven. From the right circle. He'll cut to the front. Tried to chip it short side, but it missed the net wide. Clark. With Stippen. Tried to go back to Clark, but didn't get enough on the pass. Bombers break out now. Carvalho, he got knocked at the line by Stippen, and a penalty will be called on the Titans captain as he'll go for kneeing, and the Bombers to the power play. I'm going to say Stippen just stuck the knee out a little bit too much on that hit. Second power play upcoming for the Bombers. They are 0 for 1. Well, 4 minutes on the board to Adam Stippen for kneeing. Face-off win by the Bombers as they look to get some momentum on their side to try to claw their way back as Gall makes the save. Looked like he was dragged out of position a little bit thanks to the tie up in front. Clark shorthanded, all the way across for Wicklander. Has Clark and gives him the puck. From the top of the slot, Clark gets knocked down. Wicklander looked for possession, but it was just out of his reach. And the Bombers will settle things down a little bit. Still got 3 1/4 left on the power play. Of course, they'd like to score in the first half, and the second part of the double minor would, of course, go to just 2 minutes. Lee, fan on the pass. Second try was successful. Volpe sends it across. There's a shot. That got blocked by Watt. And he sends it the length of the ice. Bombers tried to catch the Titans on a change. Ensom had it poked away. Dunford got enough on the clearing attempt, and now here comes Scriven. Scriven all alone, shorthanded, and he scores! That's now 6 unanswered by the Brantford Titans. This one of the shorthanded variety. Ryan Scriven makes it 6-2. Scriven's 7th of the season and second shorthanded goal of the campaign. Still 2:35 on the clock on Stippin's double minor for kneeing. The Bombers forced to retreat back into their own zone to get started. Pope up that left wing side will chip it past Inzers. Gall out to play it. Backhands one around the boards to the far side. Bombers just looking to settle things down and get set up. Ensom fires a pass to the far side. It's not corralled, and the Titans clear it. Capel had Owen, couldn't get him the puck though. Back the other way, it's Pope. 2-on-2 with Ensom. Pope around one, forced to his backhand, and then he lost an edge and went down, and they're going to call a penalty on, is it the goaltender, Gall, or is it the defender that was following a streaking Pope? And now a timeout has been called by Caledon. Seems like a crucial point in the hockey game where they've got an extended 5-on-3 advantage to try and find a way back into this hockey game. Again, this was a game where the Bombers led 2-0 in the first period. Through the first 15 minutes, albeit Titans the better team, but on the scoreboard it was 2-0 Caledon at the 13-16 mark. And at 15:47 is when the Titans started to storm back as Tyler Clark scoring the first of 6 unanswered for the Titans. And they continue to be in control with 6:46 on the clock in the second, out-shooting Caledon 34-6. So it is Gall for tripping. And it's a face-off win for Caledon. Ensom sends it down low, and now he'll get the pass back up top. Ensom, one-timer for Pope, and that got blocked, and that one hurt. Buckman got in the way. Chamberlain trying to break free shorthanded. He gets stopped, though. Buckman having to stay on the ice. Him and Christie, the two defenders, along with Chamberlain. Looking at the future of the Brantford Bulldogs here on the 5-on-3 with Christie, Chamberlain, and Buckman as they'll get a clear. So Caledon does strike on the power play, and the lead now cut in half at 6-3, and they still have 1:09 of power play time as Pope will knock one in for his second of the game, 19th of the season. So that will end Stippin's penalty, as it was the second half of the 4-minute double minor. Lee sends it to the far point, and he'll get it back. That shot gets blocked. Second try stopped by the left pad of Gall. 26 seconds left in his penalty. Volpe to Lee. His shot gets blocked, and it did escape the zone, and then touching it was Volpe. So play is halted. 16 seconds to go in the Bombers' power play. Pope from Grobanopolis and Chikuti At 14:06 on the power play. Back to 5-on-5, 4.5 to go in the second period. Glowacki goes off the glass. He'll chase after it. And he'll battle with Brennan along the wall. Those two came together. Stippen in the corner. Now Inzers at the far line. Sent it wide of the goal. Stippen still down low. As he got tied up. Taken away by Pope. Or that Pope out there with two. He's now on Hattie watch, number 71 in white. Turned over, Stippen, top of the slot. Will give it to Clark, far side, and it is held out. Nickel keeps it 6-3 as the Titans had three men down low looking to get that goal back. .349 to go in the second. Woods to the middle. Volpe could not get around Buckman. He throws it to the middle for Owen. Owen in over the line. Capel back to Buckman. Now Wicklander in the corner. Aiden Wicklander works his way back up top. Wicklander tried to split the defense. Puck rolling right in front of the blue paint. A number of sticks in the area, and it's the Bombers back the other way. Woods drops it for Volpe. He'll fire, and that's into the glove of James Gall. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second. Caledon controls. Pope got a weak shot off, never made it to Gall. Watt sends it around. Pope is right there, backhander to the line. It will trickle towards the net and directed wide. Pope with a backhander right to the middle. Only man there was Clark. He moves ahead with McCutcheon. Has Watt in the middle. Watt fires, Nickel the save, and then he got a second poke at it, and the Caledon defense didn't like that. That's Cicutti tying up Watt, and now the referee pointing to Cicutti to head to the box, and it looks like Watt's going to join him. So they'll take one guy aside. And the official at center says we'll play 4-on-4. Both guys get roughing minors. Gauthier chips it to Quinton Kim LeMay. Along the far wall, Kim LeMay will switch with Buckman and give him the puck. David Buckman tried to get around Ensom. Sent it up to the line, and nobody picked up the puck, so Christie has to retreat. Gauthier around one. Lost an edge, got back up. Regained possession of the puck with help from Quinton Kim LeMay. Christie to Buckman, back to Christie. Christie around Carvalho on his backhand. He tried to chip it up over top of the shoulder of Nickel and couldn't do so. And now a good stick check by Quinton Kim LeMay. Gauthier has Buckman going to the net, but he couldn't get the puck all the way across. Quinton Kim-LeMay to Gauthier. He'll fire one, and that just missed the net, and Buckman will go back to his own blue line. Minute 31 left in the second, 45 seconds left of 4-on-4 time, but that ends right now as heading to the box for Caledon is Preston Carvalho. So it is a 4-on-3 power play for the Titans. Glowacki, McCutcheon, along with Clark and Inzers out on the ice. Chamberlain has to hop back onto the bench. McCutcheon is stopped off the face-off. Nickel has been busy this afternoon. Clark is stopped by Nickel and will get a face-off to the blocking side of the Caledon netminder. Chamberlain down low, McCutcheon. Chamberlain moves to the middle, his backhander to Inzers. Near side, Inzers will drop it for Clark. Clark, glove save. Hildebrandt looks to clear the rebound, can't do it. And then it gets past Inzers and down. Chamberlain ahead. It's about to be 5-on-4. Chamberlain goes around the cage. Glowacki fresh onto the ice. Chamberlain near side to Inzers. Inzers out in front. Deflection by Clark is stopped, and then he sent the rebound way up into the air to the far side of the rink, and play will get halted. 35 seconds left in the second. It is 6-3. Titans on top. Minute 4 to go in the penalty to Carvalho. Scriven, Stippen, and Clark up front with Buckman and Christie on the back end. Would assume to finish off the period here with the man advantage. Buckman through the middle. David Buckman leaves it for Scriven. Scriven tried to direct it to the cage. That got blocked. Puck is bouncing, and Christie couldn't hold it as he has to send it to Buckman, who comes back to Christie. Gavin Christie over the red line, and he was hit knee on knee, and he is in a lot of pain, and the Titans take exception. Gloves are off. That's the captain, Stippen, sticking up for his 16-year-old defenseman. Christie is in a lot of pain in front of the bench as we've got a Donnybrook to our right. This is a good one, folks. Stippen's got the jersey over the head. Equipment coming off as he's going at it with Vetavat Light. And now the officials will come in to break things up. Christie needs help getting to his feet. Dunford and athletic therapist Samantha Book will help Christie off the ice. That was not a good look for Gavin Christie. That was a very hard knee-on-knee in the neutral zone in front of the Titans bench. And immediately, the Titans bench exploded. So Takis will move over and wait for an explanation with the fight. That will end Stippen's day. That was a heck of a Tilly here on a Saturday afternoon in Brantford. Ensom to the penalty box. Of course, Vedavat Lights Day done also. And we'll see what penalties come of this, other than the Fighting Majors. Clark Dunford, the delivery man, sending equipment down the tunnel to the Brantford Titans locker room. Titans still on a power play too, heading into all of the rough stuff. 37 seconds still left on the Carvalho minor. As I mentioned, he was joined by Ensom, so 2 Bombers in the box. Nobody has entered the Titans penalty box yet. The officials have made their decision, so one will relay the message to our scorekeeper. The other will relay the message to the representatives from each club. It's Takis for the Titans, and I believe that's Volpe for the Bombers. Number 17 in white confirmed. It is Volpe. And it looks like most of the message being delivered to Mason Takis, who is over there fighting for his young defenseman in Gavin Christie. Sure hope that's not long term. So now both officials talking to the scorekeeper. So it'll take a few moments to get everything up on the board once the conversation has ended, and the official will come to the Titans bench first. That's Mike Christian going to receive the message and have everybody wearing gold huddling around as well. Looks like Mike Christian fairly satisfied with that conversation, and now Caledon bench would like to hear what's going on as well. Mark Enrico, head coach of the Bombers. Nothing on the board yet. It looks like everyone, at least on the ice, is getting ready for a face-off in the Caledon zone. So 4 minutes on the board to Ensom, as he got the double minor for kneeing. Mentioned I'm trying to sort out all the penalties here. Tristan Vedavat Light, 5 for fighting in a game misconduct. Again, saw that one coming. And then Stippen, 5 minutes for fighting in a game misconduct. So the only extra one was to Ensom for the knee on Gavin Christie. The Titans will look to take advantage as they now have a 5-on-3 power play with 7.8 seconds left in the second. Glowacki moved in to keep it alive. Here's Chamberlain firing, and Nickel, a last-second save. As Glowacki fired one, the horn hadn't gone yet. Bombers wanting to take exception. That's Cicciotti wanting to get a piece of Glowacki. But the puck hit the pad of the goaltender Nickel as the buzzer went. Now the officials directing each team to their respective benches and tunnels as we have concluded 40 minutes here at the Gretzky Center. 6-3, Titans leading the Bombers. We'll step aside and be back for period 3 after this. Power play goal for the Titans just 38 seconds into the third period as Mateo Gauthier gets the lead back to 4-7-3 Titans, as we had to go through all of the penalties in the building, and we'll try to catch you up here on Flow Hockey. Glad to have you along with us. I'm Reese Dumaney, and another Saturday afternoon affair here at the Gretzky Center. So at the 19:52 mark of the second period, Ensom receives a double minor for kneeing. No Gavin Christie on the Titans bench. Didn't really expect him to be. So his day is done. So Ensom, double minor for kneeing. Tristan Vedavat Light and Adam Stippen both receive fighting majors and a game misconduct. As Clark works his way back up to the line, Takis near side. Here's Wicklander with a shot, and Nickel makes the save. The 5-on-3 had expired, so it was a 5-on-4 power play goal. And because of the double minor, it was reduced to 2 minutes, and there's now a minute 32 left on the second half of the double minor. Clark in for the face-off. One back to Wicklander. Wicklander very patient with the puck, gives it to Takis. Takis back to Wicklander. We'll get it on his backhand. Send it to Takis. His shot got blocked. Scriven, his shot blocked as well, and the puck is cleared. And James Gall will come out to play it. Near side to Wicklander. Gauthier's 18th of the season early on here in the third. Also his fourth power play goal of the season. Wicklander up top to Takis. Wicklander again. Takis just inside the blue line. Sends it to the far side for Clark. Clark and Takis will switch. Takis now with the puck. Just inside that left circle. Up top, here's Clark. 37 seconds left in the power play. Clark around one. Got to take it away. Luckily, Takis had taken his spot. Wicklander now. High saucer to the near side. Scriven to Wicklander. He'll switch with Takis. Wicklander with a shot into the glove of Nickel. And now 15 seconds left in the double minor to Ensom. Gauthier from Kim LeMay and Inzers as he grabs his first point as a Brantford Titan. Will go as his 9th assist of the season, had 8 previous to joining the Titans organization. And of course, those 8 assists coming with the opposition, Caledon Bombers. McCutcheon out for the draw, tries to win it forward. It gets stopped. Titans still control, however. Buckman moves in, and that will go up off the end glass. Inzers sent it to the slot, and now the Bombers will clear it, and that will do it for the power play. Chamberlain got hauled down as he tried to tuck it around the goaltender. Another shot that gets blocked off the stick of Clark. 3.5 into the third period. Titans in control, up 7-3. And they are out shooting Caledon 44-13. That'll be dumped in. James Gall is out to play it. We'll leave it for Alan Watt. His pass results in a turnover, and it results in a goal. So maybe some miscommunication on the ice for the Titans. Results in Caledon scoring their 4th of the game. It's now 7-4. Preston Carvalho's 7th of the year. Nine seconds away from the 4-minute mark. Capel will poke it back to Buckman. Titans down to 5 defenders. So a little bit of shuffling on the back end for Mike Christian and company. Buckman tried to keep it alive at the line. It's sitting on the blue line, and it looks like it was touched. So the play is called offside as Wicklander exchanging some words with actually a couple of the Caledon players, but in particular, it's Gabriel Grobinopoulos. So Carvalho from Skillings and Wilton at 3:51. Here's Buckman. Glove save by Nickel. And pushing and shoving afterwards. McCutcheon in there. So is Clark. Face-off win for the Titans in the O-zone. Buckman just kept it alive at the line. Rushmore in the corner. Forced back by the Titans. Clark couldn't reach it. Here's Buckman knocking it down. On goal and kicked aside by the goaltender Nickel. Dunford near side, looking for a deflection, and it ricocheted out the far side. Clark left it for McCutcheon. McCutcheon will have to race to the near boards. Up top, Takis. All the way across. As Clark got rubbed out of the play. Has to avoid a stick on the ice. Pope up the left side. He's got a pair for Caledon. Gall rims it along the boards. McCutcheon along with Buckman, but it's Pope with the puck. To the line. That backhander will exit the zone. So Brennan had to come back. And his dump in knocked down by Takis. At the Titans bench, it's Scriven getting a piece of it, and that will go as an icing against Brantford, as the Caledon bench wanted too many men against the Titans. Takis rims it around the boards. Owen did get a piece of it, so that will escape the zone. Scriven chips it over top of the net. Inzer's at the line, chopped at it. Scriven has to stop. Right in front of his own bench, gets pressured by Brennan. Puck stays in the Titans' end. Capel able to chip it out. And here comes Matthew Owen. Owen. Back for Buckman. That shot got blocked by Thomas Cicotti. And the Bombers will change. Titans back to grab it in their own end. Inzer's back across. Glowacki dumped it in. Nickel rimmed it around. Away from Gauthier. Ensom will get stopped. He's met by a couple of Titans. Kim LeMay all the way through the middle to that center ice logo. Wicklander on the back check will kick it to himself. And now drop it for Glowacki, who will go behind the cage. His pass got deflected. That'll go to the corner. Inzers with a stick on the ice, blocks the pass, and a penalty is upcoming, and it is against the Titans as there's a bomber right in the kitchen of James Gall. So with 12:50 to go, the Bombers an opportunity to cut the lead to 2 as Glowacki will sit for 2 minutes or less. Watt off the face-off will send it around the boards, and that will escape the zone. Cicutti a little bit late getting there. Puck is on edge in the Bomber zone. Chamberlain on the forecheck along with Clark. 12.5 to play in the hockey game. Titans lead 7-4. Clark will dump it down. Volpe sends it to the far corner. Takis rubs his man into the wall. Watt is there. He drives his counterpart into the far boards. Gauthier without a stick now. Volpe will get the pass back. Recorral the puck. Pelagic to the middle. Only man there was Clark, and he gets it to the neutral zone. And he races to the bench. Buckman and Capel fresh onto the ice. Romanopoulos to the middle. Nobody in white was home. And the Titans clear it again. 42 seconds to go in the Glowacki minor. Pope through the middle to the circle. Gall the save. Rebound is chipped to the line and out. Gauthier almost off to the races. Looking for his second. Bombers have to regroup. One last rush on the power play. Pope on the left side. He'll send it all the way around. Brennan to end some. He got tied up. And the Titans will clear it out to the line. And here comes Gauthier now. Fresh out of the blocks, Glowacki. Gauthier to the middle. Buckman scores! David Buckman, the late man on the scene. He's got 2 goals this afternoon, and the lead up to 4. It's 8-4. Buckman into double digits point-wise here this afternoon. Able to restore the 4-goal lead for the Titans. Watt will look ahead. He got to the red line and sent it in. It is gloved by the goaltender, Nickel. And that will stop the action. 10.5 to go, third period. Titans will get back at it tomorrow as they make the trip to Pelham for their Sunday afternoon affair. 2:45 start at the Meridian Community Center. Takis all the way around. Dunford couldn't handle the puck. That's off of Takis' stick, and McCutcheon did keep it alive in the offensive zone. Clark in the corner. Couldn't get there first. Cicutti had his pass knocked away. Dunford now from that circle, and that is stopped by the goaltender, Nickel. That is shot number 50 for the Brantford Titans, outshooting the Bombers 50-17. Each team 1 for 5 on the power play. Buckman from Gauthier and Inzers, so that's a pair of assists for the newcomer on the blue line, Louis Inzers. Doing some damage against his former club. Buckman, he's now on hat trick watch. David Buckman through the middle. Winds around 3, and his shot gets stopped. Wicklander lost an edge. Still able to make the play down low to Quinton Kim LeMay. Tissy now. Couldn't clear the puck. Second try. Can't get it done. Volpe will have to do it. And it's right to Quinton Kim LeMay. David Buckman will give it to Inzers. Inzers, nice pass to the far side. Here's Wicklander. He has to stop. He'll leave it for Buckman. David Buckman from the circle, and he tried to go upstairs. That missed. On the near side, Inzers had his shot blocked. Buckman, near side to Wicklander. He'll shoot, and that's another glove save for Nickel. Face off to the blocking side of the goaltender Nickel. It's one in behind the cage. Sent around the boards. And here comes Lee with Polacek. Watt and Takis, the two defenders back for the Titans. Takis got it to Watt. Watt looks ahead. He'll chip it off the glass and out. Getting a piece of it was Dane Skillings. Backhander around. Chamberlain won the race to the puck, and only option was to send it behind the cage. Drobanopoulos avoids a forechecker. Polacek off the boards. Good job by Takis to knock the puck down. Mason Takis to Joey Capel. His backhander will enter the zone, and it's Pope back for Caledon. Just under 8 to play. Titans leading 8-4. Lee around McCutcheon. Stopped by Dunford. Pope was there, though. Back to Lee. Lee to the middle, into a sea of gold. Dunford chipped it up the boards. McCutcheon grabs the loose puck. Has Dunford driving middle. McCutcheon waits. Gives it to Clark, and he scores! Tyler Clark gives the Titans 9, and they now lead by 5. 7:29 left in the third. It's a 9-4 game. Clark with his 4th of the season, 2nd of the game. Inzer's off the draw, gave it to Glowacki. Got to the red line and dumped it in. Hildebrandt is there. He got it by Scriven and Glowacki, and it's out to the neutral zone and back down to Titan territory for Gauthier. Gauthier gets around one man. Gauthier to the left circle. Sharp angle shot. Turned away. Quinton Kim LeMay looks to the circle. Shot was fanned on. Kept alive in the offensive zone momentarily. Now Hildebrandt got it to the Titan line. Glowacki moves it ahead for Kim LeMay. Kim LeMay fires. Blocker save by Nickel. And then he got boxed out. And now 3 Bombers ahead. Drop pass here to Hart. Hart had it knocked away by Scriven. Skillings Save made by Gall. Glowacki grabs the rebound. David Buckman will exit his own zone, got to the red line and dumped it in. It will come all the way around the boards. Capel, with help from Gauthier, sent it all the way across. Buckman races there. Up in the air, it gets knocked down to Capel. Capel got checked, and the Bombers will dump it down. And Buckman is the first one back. Just over 5 minutes to go in the third period. 5-goal lead for the Titans. Capel, his shot was blocked. Titans 5 minutes away from win number 14 on the year. Buckman threw it to the middle. It comes all the way to the near side for Capel. He moves it quickly ahead to Own. Own will go to the net on his backhand, and it stays out, but draws a penalty in the process. It will be a hold, and the Titans to the power play with 4:51 on the clock. Thomas Cicciotti for 2 minutes or less. Wicklander wins that face-off clean. Here's Buckman from the top of the circle. Buckman has that shot kicked away. Buckman again. Here's Watt. Alan Watt. Down low to Wicklander. He tried to go short side, and that stays out. Hildebrandt looks to clear. Can't do it. Watt kept it alive. Wicklander. Wicklander up top. Will now go to the circle. Backhander all the way across. Buckman had crept in from the point, but he couldn't handle the pass. Might have got interrupted on the way through. Wicklander to Buckman. That gets blocked out in front, and now it's poked to the corner, and it's cleared. Chamberlain across to Buckman. Back to Chamberlain. Went back to Buckman. He sent it down low. Chamberlain was all in front alone, but the passing lane was taken away. Here's Buckman near side. He quickly moved it to Wicklander. Back up top to Takis. Across to Buckman. Shot gets blocked. Ricochets to the near side. Takis getting hounded at the line, and it's forced out, and Ensom is the first one there. Weak shot on. Gall's able to keep it out and leave it for Takis. Mason Takis up the left wing side. Down below the goal line, in behind the cage. Takis still with it, just glides back to the top of the zone. 8 seconds left in the power play. It comes to Inzers, and he almost got the Titans to double digits. Clark. Now from the circle, Clark chips it, and he scores! Titans into double digits here on a Saturday afternoon, and they lead the Bombers by 6 with 2:47 to go in the third. Connor Clark grabs his second of the hockey game. He's now up to 8 goals on the season. Dunford had it taken away by Volpe. Volpe still with the puck. Hard a shot. That gets blocked. It is chipped out over Dunford's head. He's going to be the first one there, so icing's waved off. Clark. Knocked away from him. Bombers move out to the neutral zone. Just inside the line, Grobinopoulos fired a shot. That got blocked. Now McCutcheon ahead on the left side. McCutcheon with a wrister, and Nickel again with the glove. Will hang on. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Titans are going to collect a couple of points. The Bombers will drop their 5th straight. As the most recent shot for the Titans gets them to 60. They had 22 in the first, 18 in the second, and now they're up to 20 here in the third. It's pure dominance from start to finish for the Brantford Titans. Bombers are offside. In the neutral zone, Capel. Across to Buckman. Buckman to Chamberlain. To the corner. Chamberlain tied up. Capel is there. A 2-on-2 battle on the far corner. And now freed up as the Bombers move ahead. Tissy. Goal out to poke it away. The cage is empty, and the Titans will get it out of harm's way. Oh, that was interesting. Gall got the job done. Doesn't care how it happens. There's now $1:15 on the clock. Clark from Takis and Inzers. As Louis Inzers has been all over the score sheet in the last half of the game in his Titans debut. He's got 4 assists in this game, all of them coming in the third period. It's a nice way to introduce yourself to the home crowd. .20 seconds remaining in regulation. Wicklander through the middle. Will work into the slot, but he got stood up by Brennan. And with 8 seconds left, puck will get to the Titans line. It's sent wide, and Glowacki will knock his man to the ice. Referees smartly just let the clock burn down, so we don't have another face-off, and that will do it. The Titans 10 and the Bombers 4. Titans get back in the win column and improve their record to 14-17-3. The Bombers drop their 5th straight and fall to 4-32-0-0. Titans will celebrate their victory and get back at it tomorrow against Pelham. Thank you so much for tuning in. 10-4, Brantford takes down Caledon here at the Gretzky